Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Time to do some side quests in Orzammar. Noble, 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 noble. Lots of nobles.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked Castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
I think I've talked to you.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Okay.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending marriage to a Castless common. Favoritism to the Castless suspected.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is alien.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow.
Hold on, let me see. Ba.
Sonic ancestors. How can you people just ignore that?
Ronka didn't go alone.
Okay, hold on. That is Harrowmont's estate. Nope. Royal Palace, nope. I need the assembly. Right here.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne. Excellent. I have the promissory notes right here. Just take them to Lady Dace and Lord Helmy, and show them Harrowmont is not as honest as he claims. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Nah. Here we go.
Truth of the hour.
Don't care.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
Yes, I'm Aedan.
It's fascinating the surface has an entire order dedicated to fighting darkspawn. Down here, that's just what fighting means. But I'm sure it's more difficult on the surface. It must be much harder to find them.
Are you Lady Dace?
I am. And what business would you have with me?
I hear you'll be voting on the next king.
Now, was that an attempt to cozen me into revealing my choice, or are you simply making small talk? It's so hard to tell with you surface types. You're all so charmingly direct and artless.
I noticed you didn't answer my question.
Yes, I am a member of the Assembly, a Desher. I will be one of 80 nobles of purest blood to pick our sovereign king. If you're asking me where my vote lies, I'm forbidden to tell until the stones are cast.
You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
I'll go get him. How would I know where to find him?
He was searching an old Aedan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yeah, I'll leave right now.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Locate and speak to Lord Anwar Dace in the Deep Roads. You showed Lady Dace the papers, but the deal with Harrowmont was made by her father. Lady Dace does not have the authority to change her house's vote. Only her father may, but he is left on the Deep Roads expedition. You must find Lord Dace to change his mind. I just remembered something. I'm gonna go stop at the Shaperate quickly. Doo-doo. Excuse me, Shaper.
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzamar's memories?
Could you look at these promissory papers?
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these?
Varteg Gavorn.
And he scripted these counterfeits? This is a serious crime. I will have the Ministry of Lands begin an investigation into the Gavorns immediately.
The papers are forged?
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical.
What do you know about Varteg Gavorn?
The Gavorn family is a minor one, founded when a daughter of the Ferender house married down to a warrior caste man. Her brother died, leaving her family heirless. So the Assembly granted him a new family name and allowed him to adopt his daughter's children as heirs. Varteg Gavorn is on record asking the Assembly to bar Harrowmont from King Endrin's sick room. He is a vocal supporter of Prince Balin.
Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin?
The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested.
Is it true you're related to Harrowmont?
He is a kinsman, yes. If you count to the 6th degree of remove, I am related to every noble lineage still represented in Orzammar. I can even trace my descendant directly to House Sigmund, which lost its tide to the Darkspawn 13 generations ago.
Do you get to vote on the next king?
The Shaperate do not vote. We simply record history as it happens.
But you have a preference.
I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word.
Thanks. I need to have words with someone.
You are an outsider, Warden, but not outside the law. I hope you will not do anything to challenge the stability of Orzammar.
So, I have forged papers. And here is basically where the tough decisions come. On one side, you got Haremont, who is a very trustworthy person, but wants to keep the caste system in place. On the other side, you have Prince Balin, who wants to increase relations with the surface world and to get rid of the caste system, which would help people like the casteless. However, as you can tell, he's going about it in very shady ways.
Well, have you found Lady Dace and Lord Helmy?
These papers are forged.
Forged? Well, naturally they're forged. There is no legal way for Haremont to sell the same land twice over, is there?
Tell me where you really got these.
You want to know how the game is played? I wrote the papers and left a sizable fee with the registry office to back them. But if you think figuring it out gets you off the line, you don't understand how this works. I'm asking for a show of loyalty, so exactly how much truth is involved shouldn't matter in the slightest. Now, where does your allegiance lie, Warden?
I cannot lie just to curry favor.
If you cannot support my prince, do not expect him to serve you. If you change your mind, you know what you must do to earn his indulgence.
So, it comes down to, do the ends justify the means? That is the that's the big question here.
Lord Balin is the voice.
Legion of the Dead fighting traveling darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders.
Did I talk to you?
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
Who are you?
I'm Loylanar Ivo, warrior, which is more than I can say for that useless sod.
Who was he?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What happened?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Ogren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branka's honor, then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through.
Wasn't the duel to first blood?
It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
Why does Ogden care so much about Branka?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
Branka was married to that? Is that what you two were arguing about?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
Why did Branka go into the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked if found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn. She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
How did she become a paragon?
She invented a smokeless fuel that let the Smith caste increase their output by nearly 1/3. Deaths from the Black Lung also dropped. The Assembly said she had the favor of the ancestors and declared her a paragon. They moved Branka, Ogren, and all their relatives to the noble caste and founded a new house in her name.
I should get going.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Okay, I think I'm gonna first go to Dust Town. So gotta get that thing that was taken from the Shaperate. Most powerful foe slain was a Revenant. 34% of the world explored.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Very well.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
You get out of here. This is private business.
Looks more like extortion to me.
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Yeah, that's right. Get out of here.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dust Town. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dust Town, but now they're in the commons, shaking honest men down for coin.
What do you know about Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
The children is, well... The caste divide is deep then, indeed.
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm grateful for your help, but I don't think we have any more to talk about. Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Can I look at what you have for sale?
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Health poultice. Ooh, I just realized I don't have that much money. I don't have enough for...
Sell the junk.
Morgan, take these. All this crafting stuff. Here, I got a bunch of stuff to sell you.
Did you have something more pleasant you wish to do? I'm showing you the lowest prices.
Take all my stuff. There. I spent all that stuff just for an emerald. Smart buying at its finest. Now, anyway, let's moving on. Oh, Dagna. I gotta go talk to the circle man.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
He agreed to let you hold prayer meetings.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Nug! Tapsters.
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar?
What do you think of the candidates for king?
I doubt either candidate has been outside the Diamond Court in his life. But Lord Harrimont seems a bit more forgiving. Prince Balin's brilliant, I'll give him that, and subtle as sin. But I don't think anything in Orzammar matters more to him than winning.
Harriman is double-dealing you and Lady Dace.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And they'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
Why vote for Harriman if you didn't want the land?
I actually thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm pretty soddy naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Now I just need to go look for Lord Dace in the Deep Roads.
Back so soon? The proving is not finished. What happened?
Vartag wants me to show people Harriman is a cheat.
That you spoke to him even after our discussion is not reassuring. I assume you still intend to fight in the proving. May the ancestors guide your arm.
I'm kind of trying to play both sides at the moment. Both ones have their pros and cons, okay? I'm trying to figure out where I land. Like I said, Balin is the least trustworthy, but he's the more progressive one.
Well, he also wants to resolve this state's vacation.
No, he wants to dissolve the caste system.
But the Shaper had said that he's talking about like the last
To be fair, these are desperate times. I need to go to Dusttown. I was like, wait, where am I going? Diamond quarters to the right, proving ground straight ahead. I got turned around for a sec. Dusttown, here we go.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
What makes you think I'm looking for anything?
I'm no fool. Nobody just wanders around in Dusttown. You're here looking for me, and I don't like it. You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
It's done. Well, that was easy. A losing betting receipt, crumpled in anger. These are only printed in the proving grounds. The The thief didn't have the stolen tome. The receipt of it on his body suggests he may have passed it to someone in the proving grounds. Win, you're getting new boots. Guess we're all going to the proving grounds then. Keep hearing a nug. There you are. Found some more nugs for you.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
He's a nug wrangler.
Let me ask you this then, Morrigan. What if there really was a maker?
Then I would wonder why he has abandoned his creation. It seems terribly irresponsible of him.
He left us because we were determined to make our own way, even if we hurt ourselves. And he could not bear to watch.
But how do you know? You cannot ask him this. Perhaps he has gone to a new creation elsewhere and abandoned this as a dismal failure best forgotten.
I do not need to know, because I have faith. I believe in him and feel his hope and his love.
Faith. How quickly those who have no answers invoke that word.
How can someone who practices magic have so little capacity to believe in that which he cannot see?
Magic is real. I can touch it and command it, and I need no faith for it to fill me up inside. If you were looking for your higher power, there it is.
But only if you can control it. I do not envy the loneliness you must feel at times, Morrigan.
Leave me be. Loneliness would be preferred to this endless chatter.
Found another nug.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more.
You're welcome. Okay, now let's go to the proving. Life Ward. Protective ward on an ally that automatically restores health when the ally falls close to death.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
Who are you?
Why, I'm Basil Harrimont, but you know that. Why else would you... If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Did someone make you drop out?
I left the Proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it.
If you tell me what's happening, I could help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
So you're afraid your affair will be exposed?
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does he have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
Did he threaten you himself?
No. One of his fighters, a woman named Miaja, she's the one who threatened to expose me.
I could get those letters.
You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. If you can make sure that evidence doesn't get out, I'd be happy to fight in the proving. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Basil was having an affair with an Aedan girl, Revelka, even when Revelka was promised to another man. Miaja, one of Balin's fighters, has found these letters and is going to expose Basil and his love unless he stays out of the provings. If you can retrieve the love letters, Basil will agree to fight for Haremont again. The proving. Valos Estradum. In the 23rd year of the reign of King Ragnan Idukan, an old man of the servant caste was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. The servant was stripped of his position, he and his family thrown to the streets, and soon after the servant died. The son of the disgraced servant challenged Lord Dace to a proving, declaring that his father had been the victim of a cruel injustice and the ancestors would bear him witness. Lord Dace had no choice but to accept. On the sacred stone of the proving ground, the nobleman faced the servant boy. Lord Dace carried a sword crafted for his own hand and was clad in his great-grandfather's armor. The servant boy had neither armor nor weapon. When the battle began, the boy fought like a whole pack of angry deep-stalkers, flinging himself upon the startled lord, wrenching the sword from his hand, and prying at his armor with bare fingers. The boy knocked Lord Dace to the ground and beat him until the lord begged for mercy. The boy and his family were reinstated to their place in the Dace household, and the virtue of the boy's father was not questioned again. The ancestors had spoken, and no one would question their word, as told by Shaper Vortag. Wow. While your concerns have merit, the Assembly has made itself clear. Space within the tag is at a premium, but I've already read that one. It's agreed that no rules of procedure were explicitly broken, but a 5-day filibuster is nonetheless worthy of censure. Division of House Gorosmat property was deliberated for a full session, and forfeiture of the southern estate deemed a necessity. Since the birth of young Kai necessitates his elevation to noble status, it is unthinkable for a noble's family to live in the slums. It's the responsibility of the father to accommodate the placement of his family. It is not possible to simply generate new space in the Diamond Quarter without compromising Tig's structural integrity. Lord Dace's comment that if Lord Grossamout didn't want a new heir, he shouldn't have slumped for a concubine was indeed inappropriate, but the proper procedure for resolution through proving was followed. Both parties agreed to accept his retraction, and that matter is considered separate and closed. The decision of the Assembly regarding the placement of the Duncoat clan stands. Increased understanding of Orzammar society has revealed a diplomatic cache accessible to representatives of the Assembly.
The task is finished. What now?
Hehehe. Return the letters. Talk to these guys.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Never
You want
mind.
to talk? Enter the proving. I speak with my blades.
Okay. Here, I found your letters.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have your letters right here.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
I can never turn away a man in love.
I will be glad to fight for Harrimont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
He walked away. What do we got back here?
More enemies ahead.
Oh, hello.
Coin for the man who takes the warden
Shall be done.
Oof.
Very well.
I'm stuck in a corner.
Shall be done.
Hey, there's the volume. You've recovered the tome stolen from the Shaperette. You could return it to the Shaper assistant in Mildred if you wish. I will. At some point.
You looking at something?
Get out of here!
Okay, sorry.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
I'm Aedan of the Grey Wardens.
It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Why did you resign?
It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrimant's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
So, I don't understand.
It lets Harrimant save face by bowing to the ancestors' decision when he loses. But how do you think it looks for the men who support him? I'd back Harrimant as he asked, but if he's giving up, I won't sacrifice my family so he can retire with dignity.
Whoever told you was lying.
Oh? And where did you hear this that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly?
Doolin, and I'm rallying honorable fighters for Harrimont.
I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Doolin. He's always been his top man. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Get back in the proving and knock some heads?
Maybe I will at that.
Apparently, Guidon heard that Harriman had given up on the throne, and Guidon did not want to be seen supporting a loser because it would shame both him and his family. You let Guidon know that Harriman had no intention of conceding to Balin, and he has agreed to crack some skulls in the proving. Speaking of proving...
Aha, you're back. Did you wish to fight in the proving today?
I'd like to hear more about who's fighting.
Well, with politics what they are, many combatants are dedicating their fights to either Prince Balin or Lord Harriman, mostly Balin. It's a regular parade of past winners out there. Teoten Idukan always leads a battle unit. He's the prince's cousin. Miaja and Lukjan are twins from the warrior caste. They fight together, put on a good show. They'll all be in their chambers if you want to talk.
I'd like to fight as Lord Harriman's champion.
That's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
You may call me Aedan.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
Who will I be fighting?
Looks like Suwern's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start?
What are the rules?
Fight start at the gong and go to first blood. No eye gouging, no groin pulls. The rules of each bout will be announced when it starts. You should be comfortable with normal weapons and lyrium-enhanced weapons, in single combat, pairs, or battle units. Are you ready to start?
Let's go.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
I'll be back in a bit.
Come back soon. You'll be fighting the bout as soon as both fighters are ready.
Let's go talk to our competition.
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We have no business. Unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything, but you're holding the prize now.
You don't care who you get this Shaper tome from?
I have a collector in mind. Who actually sells the item doesn't matter. It's your call. As always, I let people make their own decisions.
I should shut you down hard.
Yes, well, I'll keep my nose clean until you're long gone. How about that? I'm just a businessman. I merely exploit opportunities. I won't get in your way.
You looking at something?
Never understood why everyone thinks the Grey Wardens are so great. Prince Balin will be happy to hear I've flattened you into the dirt.
I'm working for me.
I kind of am doing both sides, though. Forget your politics. I'll win this whole thing myself.
When the sun shines in Orzammar.
Okay. Morgan, win, blast a hole in the ceiling. Oh wait, it's nighttime. Dang it!
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Greetings, I'm Aedan, of the Grey Wardens.
Don't take it personally. Hanashan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone.
What are the Silent Sisters?
They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be soldiers. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training until she won a grand proving bare-handed. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor.
Who are you?
I am Ferindin. I serve as Hanashan's trainer and translator. As a silent sister, Hanashan cut out her tongue like the ancient paragon Astith the Grey. As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks.
Whose side are you two on?
The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Aedukans.
I'm on my own side.
Then you have lost. Even in the ring, every man and woman brings an army if people support them. But she who fights without cause is only training.
Okay. What's over here? Nothing. There's a fan.
Watch for Piotr Aedan. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record.
I guess you've watched a lot of provings?
Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
Do you happen to know someone named Varric? Varric Tethras? Have you ever fought him? Do you know anything about the fighters?
Do I know anything? Let me tell you, Selraka. If Varric doesn't know it, it didn't happen in this ring. You want anyone in particular?
So, tell me about Serwyn.
That half-wit? Picked up a sword at 12 and beat his own moron of a father. Since then, every woman in the warrior caste swoons for him.
How about Miaja and Lukejan?
They have a nice act going. Miaja runs up front with that big hammer, and everyone's heard it's got lyrium vein through it. Then Lukejan goes all quiet-like and dirks you in the back.
What about the Silent Sisters?
They always get a good response from the crowd. People love the whole martyr cut out your own tongue to please the ancient paragon thing. And they can back it up. Mean fighters, the lot of them. No difference one to the next, though. They dress alike, look alike. Gets a little dull eventually.
How about Wojak Evo?
Now there's a showman. Never does the same thing twice. They say he commissions a new weapon after every proving. I've seen him take out staves with daggers, axes with shields, and mace shield plate combos with double axes. People bet on how he wins, not if.
How about Piotr Aedan?
Ooh, Piotr's a monster. He's like a rock slide, a force of nature. Blink and bam, you're dead. And if he's fighting with his team, you'd better watch out. Last time they fought, the entire front row got showered in blood.
Oh, whoa. I should go.
You should stay and watch the show. There'll be serious blood on the stone tonight.
Hey, don't worry. I'll be participating. Is this where I just was?
You must be the Grey Warden. Lukejan said one of you signed up.
They said the Warden's here to fight for Harriman.
I guess we'll have to show what kind of tricks we learn in Orzammar.
Do you know anything about the other fighters?
We know plenty.
But we don't like to share. Watch out for Darvionic, though. They say he killed his brother.
But the ancestors favored him in the ring, so he never saw punishment.
What's in here? Piotr.
So you're the Grey Warden Lord Harriman brought in to replace his missing fighters.
Save it for the ring.
Believe me, I will.
Didn't I say I need to concentrate? There's plenty of time to congratulate me after the fight.
I like how we're all kind of surrounding him like, hey, buddy, I need to talk to you. Tell me more about your career.
Everyone knows about my great triumph. Youngest champion ever! No, the Proving Master announces it every time.
I'm told I'll be fighting you in round 1.
So you're the Grey Warden? It's an honor, really a privilege. You hear so much about the Wardens. Everyone knows about my great triumph. Youngest champion ever! No, the Proving Master announces it every time.
Actually, I'm building an army to fight the next Blight.
A Blight? Then that must mean you want recruits. I bet you're here to pick the best fighters. Am I right?
I'm glad you're eager. Most people here don't seem to care.
If that's true, it must be because of the king. Believe me, dwarves know their duty in regards to Darkspawn. I promise, as soon as Balin's on the throne, you'll have as big an army as you need.
I'm counting on that.
Then may our fight honor Prince Balin.
We'll see. Okay, Proving Master, let's start.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? Remember, once the fight begins, the roster is final. No new additions are accepted, and all withdrawals are marked as losses.
Who am I fighting?
Looks like Suern's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start?
Ready and eager.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
I want to fight.
Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there.
Okay.
This is the glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Suern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Suern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Haramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Aedan and our future King Balin.
You honor me with this fight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Watch out! Come, let us end this.
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Suern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I could use a rest first.
Very well. We'll be waiting.
Hey, Suern.
Let me know when you're recruiting for that army.
No problem.
We're not giving anything more away.
So don't even try.
You two fight together?
We were born together. We fight together. We'll die together.
The ancestors gave us one soul, but two bodies. Everything we do together.
That's... You mean...
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Unless you want to find out.
I think the Grey Warden's worried.
Don't worry. When we beat you, at least we won't taint you.
Okay, let's just get to the next round.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory.
Who am I fighting?
Next, you're up against Miaja and Lukejan. As twins, they've always been allowed to fight as a single person. They're warrior caste, but their mother was a smith, so watch out for Miaja's hammer. And don't forget Lukejan. Most fighters do, and end up with a knife in their spine. Are you ready to begin?
Point me to the ring.
All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Haramont's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste's twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukejan.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
Sure, may the dirt taste good when I feed it to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
If we must fight, let us do it quickly.
It's one down. Don't it! For the Kuzlins!
The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who is it?
Well, this bout should be quick and dirty. You'll be fighting Hanashan, one of the legendary Silent Sisters. She's a ferocious fighter, and dedicated enough to cut out her own tongue. Are you ready to begin?
Point me to the ring.
All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Haramont's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proves her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Good luck to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Now we do battle. It's a fine thing we've done.
The winner is the Grey Warden!
This probably would be a lot harder if I was on normal difficulty.
Haramont will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who is it?
This should be a good match. You'll battle Wojek Ivo, master of all weapons, prisoner of none. He makes it a point never to use the same technique twice. Are you ready to begin?
Okay.
All right then, I'll see you out there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloadlik II, defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojek Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojek Ivo and Valans.
I choose Liliana.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Why are we always attracting ladies?
Nice one.
You're going down.
Good job.
The winner is the Grey Warden. Wojek Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Haremont picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who is it?
This is the championship round. A full squad-on-squad combat. Piotr Idukan leads the same team he's taken to victory in over a dozen Deep Roads expeditions. Are you ready to face the final test?
Ready.
May the ancestors choose wisely. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Idukan has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Haremont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questioned. The throne will never leave House Aedan.
Faisal, Guidon, join me in this triumph.
You honor me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Very well.
I fight for Haremont!
Tis begun.
Blast! For Haremont!
Quickly, we must fight! Don't give them the advantage!
You get back here, you.
Now we do battle.
Come on, we got this.
Lord Haremont rules!
Good work, guys.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Haremont.
Are we done here? Because I could use a drink. It was an honor.
Through this day, we affirm the friendship between our city and your order.
You represented Lord Harriman in the proving. Meet his representative, Dulin Ferender, and Tapsters to tell him the good news. Let's go, girls. Wait, that's not the way out. That's not it. Maybe I was right. This way. Okay. Let's go to Tapsters and get a drink.
You have a barbed tongue, Morgan. Why do you treat others in this way?
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, "Please, guide me."
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices, to hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
Take your lectures elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
Come on, guys. Can't we just get along? That's right, I gotta go to the Circle Tower.
Atrasvala, champion. I hear your performance in the proving was nothing short of amazing. I must thank you for bringing both Baisel and Widon back into the fight. His lordship was touched to see his old friends stand for him. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harriman will see you now.
Okay.
His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
Morgan's most powerful foe was a Herlock emissary. Huh.
His lordship appreciates your support.
See what else Harriman requires of you. You have earned Lord Harriman's trust. You should see what else he needs from you. Lord Harriman?
I appreciate what you have done, Warden, and I apologize for putting one of your rank through such trials. I am Lord Pyrell Harrowblood, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Indrin's throne.
All I want is your support against the Blight.
For us, the Darkspawn are a constant menace, so a Blight may not elicit the same urgency you are used to. Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, they'll have no reason to hold back. If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, there is no sure way to get there. Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs?
What about them?
The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk, begging that something be done about her. So far, no one has managed. Jarvia hides her base in Dust Town, the raw edges of the city where no one lives but castless and criminals. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city.
I'll deal with Jarvia.
Do this, and I promise if I take the throne, I will not stop until the Assembly sends your troops. Look for Jarvia in Dust Town. Do whatever it takes to see that justice is served.
Lord Harriman wants you to put a stop to Jarvia and her criminal Corta. No one knows where Jarvia's hideout is, but you should be able to find clues to her whereabouts in Dust Town. Why do you still have a thing on your head?
His lordship appreciates your support.
I have not explored this place. Hey Terry, why do you have a name?
You must
Tercy.
be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
Thank you.
It is over.
Ice bolts for Liliana.
It has begun.
Ooh. Carpet woven from fine silk thread.
Done.
My Lord Harriman, my guilt weighs heavily on me, and I know now that I was a fool. Only a fool would cut out his own heart and burn it for the sake of appearances. I allowed the Assembly to send my child to exile and death because I feared an inquiry into Trion's murder would taint our house with scandal. You have been my rock and my shield these long months, and for that I thank you. But I must ask for one thing more. I wish to discover if my child survived. Even the smallest trace would set my mind at ease. Send your men, your scouts, anyone who will go. Balin thinks I am mad. He says that if word spreads of my wish, our house will be undone. He doesn't know that Aedan is already lost. I destroyed us when I sacrificed what was most precious. Please, Pyro, help me. I come to you not as a king, but as a father. That son is the noble dwarf that you play as. So this would have a lot more meaning if you played that class. Still sad, though. So we gotta go to Dust Town and take care of a Carta.
News of the hour. Lord Balin's claims that Lord Harrowmont's soft on Darkspawn proven false by alliance with Grey Wardens.
Really? Do not believe everything you hear. Okay. And we've already been going on for over an hour, so I think I'm just gonna head to Dust Town, and then once I get there, I'll save the game and call it. So we did a pretty decent amount. We tried to play both sides, but in the end, it looks like we decided to throw in with Harriman. Although you never know, things could still change. We'll see. Maybe. Possibly.
You're
Have a
the
nug.
best strangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
You guys have anything else to say?
You are not religious, yes? You do not believe?
I do, to some extent. It does not govern my life, however. Why do you ask?
Oh, nothing. You are just a very good person, and it shows. And I thought at first you were religious like some of the revered mothers. But no. I thought about it, and I realized that you're not.
I do what I do because I enjoy it. Because I enjoy teaching others, helping them. I do not seek recognition for my works. I do not seek the approval of my peers, nor the approval of a distant god.
That is admirable, doing good for its own sake. Some I knew were not like that. They bragged about what they did, trying to impress others. Oh, Lady Adele, you fed and clothed 20 orphans. How noble. No, it's nothing, Lady Clarabelle. You treated 40 lepers and gave them massages. Like a competition with false modesty. Sickening.
Did Lady Clarabelle really give 40 lepers massages?
Who knows? Lady Clarabelle had strange tastes. I wouldn't be surprised if she did that and more.
Interesting. Don't worry, Dagna. I promise I'll go there.
More enemies ahead.
Harrowmont has suckered the warden. Balin will not allow it.
Very well.
Fighting in the streets.
It's begun.
By the Maker!
As you said.
Let's make this quick!
Don't give them the advantage! Damn you! I shall do it.
Now we go into battle.
Enough! It is begun. It shall be done. Very well.
Jeez. Sore loser much? Liana, why is your stamina only half? Fatigue, probably. Anyway. To Dust Town. And that's where we're gonna call it. Next time, we'll deal with this Carta. So, till then, if you liked this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time.